So if you, like, obviously we come to Ramadan with a lot of expectations and, like we have certain goals, but sometimes things don't go as we plan. And if you have had a unproductive day in Ramadan, how do you talk to yourself and how do you lift yourself up?
Okay. So I think I'll just go to the root of the question first. Okay. So there's this expectation that things will always go according to the plan. Whereas my understanding of life, and everyone's understanding of life is different, but my understanding of life is that things seldom go according to the plan. Something always happens. And that is the nature of the life.
Mm.
And I think, so first thing I've done over time is that I've removed this expectation that things will always go according to the plan. And then what I do is, and I do that with everything. So I usually have 2 or 3 set of plans. And you may do this and you may not do this. But what I do is that I always have, okay, if I have a lot of time, this is what I will do.
Mm.
If I have few more hours, this is what I will add on. But if it's, if I don't have much time in addition to my basic things, then this is the minimum I will do. So, this is how I, work in general as well.
Yeah, mashallah, that's such a beautiful approach. Then you don't have those, of course we should have our goals and certain things that we want to do, but then to break it up. And really life happens, you just cannot predict. I mean, you can get sick in Ramadan, you can have unexpected guests, so many things happen, isn't it?
Yes.
And to have, that's a really good thing, to have that bare minimum that you will try and do no matter what. And that we know what that is anyway, our salahs and fasting and things.
And it's about quality. So one well-intentioned dua is more powerful than hours of, ibadah, where one is tired, sleep deprived, and so on and so forth. So.
SubhanAllah. The consistency, and that's actually from religion as well, isn't it? Allah, the deeds that are most beloved to Allah, the ones that are done consistently, however little. So, and really, if we want to do big things, it's very hard to be consistent. And many of us start Ramadan on a high, and we have all these goals of reading Quran and doing all that. And by the time day 10 comes, you're sort of already falling apart.
Yes. And I think the beauty of Ramadan is, and if you look at the life of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he would have specified a few adhkar where he would say that this is far more superior to than sitting on your prayer mat for hours.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And then if you send salah on, salam on Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that is like worth 10 good deeds, and then barakah, and perhaps, and I think that's what I've done over time. I've kind of realized, okay, I will not have, and I don't think anyone has unlimited time. I don't have unlimited time. I'm going to focus on things which give maximum benefit. Well, what are the hours when my dua will be accepted? I'll focus on dua during those hours.
Yeah. And dhikr is a very easy way, as you said, like sending darood and, even saying subhanallah and alhamdulillah, Allah Akbar. It's easy on the tongue, isn't it? But it is actually worth so much more. But so subhanallah, when you're short of time, I mean, those are things that it's just to be constantly mindful, isn't it? Just constantly mindful of Allah. And that's the most important thing, isn't it? Subhanallah.
Definitely. And I think it's also because, and it's human nature, we like what is big, what is bright, what is bold.
Yeah.
And we just project that onto a relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. Whereas reality is, the complete opposite of that, isn't it? It's about small, it's about consistent. It's about being merciful to oneself, being kind to oneself. And that has been my experience, and that's what has changed in my perspective towards Ramadan over time.
Yeah, I think most of us, we had this discussion yesterday, and I think most of us came up with what you've said just now, that you start off with, and then, it's all comes down to your intention as well, isn't it? Because some things, it gives you the spiritual high, or you feel satisfied. But at the end of the day, if we really want to look into Ramadan, all the acts of ibadah that we do, what is most pleasing to Allah? That is what the focus should be, rather
Yes.
than what
Yes.
makes me feel good. Although that's okay. I mean, it's, like if I read a certain portion of Quran, it makes me feel great. And that's okay. I mean, like it's good to have that as well.